Part of the tricky part is when you actually cut the pattern, that you actually cut it exact. Because if you don't, as you can see right here in my situation, it's a little bit too big. But no worries, you know, if this happens to you, you can always trim it. See at the side here, you see that it just needs just a little bit here. So I'm just gonna just trim it a little bit with my scoring knife and my utility knife. So yeah, no big deal. Don't worry. Don't even worry if you cut it too big. It's that you can always fix it. I'm basically going to put the ruler on top and just cut just a little bit off right here. Trim it off just a little bit. And I'm basically going to get the scoring knife and score it, and then get the utility knife and finish off the job. See, once I've actually scored it with this knife here, I just basically took it like a cookie and just basically broke it in half. You see how kind of it cleans off easily like that? And then just get your scoring knife right here and just basically make it an even finish up the job. Alright? There we go. So now let's go ahead and see if this actually fits now. And you know, if you get it too big, no worry. You know, you can always keep trimming it until you can actually just make it fit. See? There it goes. Perfect. Don't worry about if you got, you know, gaps right here or you know, right around here. That's going to actually be sealed with that joining compound and that tape that goes over here. So don't even worry about that. That will actually get taken care of. So now you've got your patch in there, and let's go on to the next step. You can just go ahead and take this off. Let's go on to the next one. Next step. Okay, the next step, you basically want to go ahead and get a piece of wood. I mean, it doesn't have to be really thick. It's just a piece of wood that you're going to use for support. And you're basically going to get that piece of wood, and you're going to just basically stick it in there like this, and make it come out right here like this. And basically, you're going to put a screw right here and a screw right there. And then this will be basically the backbone of the patch, so that once that screw is in here and once in here, right here and one in here, you can actually put the patch on top of this with my thumb right in here, and then put a third screw right in the middle, and that will secure it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me get my stick out, and let me go get my screws. Alright, just go ahead and get you one of your screws and start screwing it in right towards the middle, right here, because that's where your board in the back is going to be. So just basically start screwing it. They're drywall screws, so they're going to go in there really easily. You won't have any problem screwing this. And as it's coming in, kind of like feel it in the back. You see it's already coming out real quick, so let's back up and let's just back up just a little bit. Okay, it's still kind of pointing out. You want your board to be right in the back of that screw as it's screwing in. Okay, it's still, there we go. Alright, okay, right there. So literally I'm going to put my board back here like this, and then that way it's just going to start grabbing it, and then it'll just go right in the wood. And let's go ahead and do that. As you're putting in the screws, you see how I actually put the board back here, and I'm putting the screw here. While you're screwing it in with your hand, kind of pull it out like you're pulling weights. Pull it out while you're putting it in, and that way your screw has a good solid board to go in. So with your hand, you're actually pulling it out, holding it in place while you're putting that screw in. And I can't really show you very well because I'm actually holding this camera, but let me start doing it now. Alright, I actually put it in there now. See how this is kind of really strong now, and I kind of put the screw in further in, kind of like kind of like a little gap kind of, because we're going to fill this up with joint compound, so it's going to be nice and smooth. You don't want the screw sticking out, because then you'll see the metal. You want to screw deep enough so that it can create kind of like a little crater, because you're going to fill up that crater with compound to make it nice and smooth. So I got that piece now, and now I'm just going to put my other screw on this other one. You see, now it's nice and firm. So we're going to put that sheetrock right on top of that. So I'm going to put another screw right there. Alright. See, same concept here. I was pulling this back towards me while I was screwing the screw, and I kind of left kind of like a crater there, because I'm going to fill that up. So now, see, it's nice and ready. Got my 2 screws right there, and now this is a great background. My dog thinks someone's knocking at the door. So so now we can actually now put this in here like this, and actually we're ready to actually go on to the next step. Okay, you're ready to you got your sheetrock in there, and make sure it's, it's in there, and just press it all the way against that backboard, because that's the support now. And your next goal, your next step, is going to be to put a screw right in the middle of that, so that it can actually hold the patch. So that's going to be our next step there. Okay, here we go. And you're now got your patch in, you got your support. It's ready to now to be, we're going to put tape over it, and we're going to put that joint compound, and we're going to get it nice and smooth. Alright. Put your joint compound on, kind of seal up those nail holes and gaps, and you want to go ahead and see these inseams here. You want to put a little piece right there, kind of tear it up like that. Like that. Kind of got another piece right there. A little piece right there. Go ahead and get all these pieces up real quick. Kind of like right there. Put your compound on top. More over here. The purpose of that tape is to actually seal up those inseams. There we go. And And basically, once you actually have it nice and smooth, just let it dry for about a day, about 2 days. Let it dry, and then come back and get your sandpaper and basically sand it off, and just sand it off really nice and smooth. And then after that, just go ahead and paint it. And if you actually patched up your hole. So that is how you patch up your hole. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any way I can help you guys out. It sure beats paying a handyman, which I am a handyman as well. You know, $90 an hour. So if you can do it yourself, go for it. And it's not that hard at all, really. So here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope that it helped somebody. And of course, you know, you can don't really concern about, you know, all these little streaks and stuff, because you're actually gonna get sandpaper and you're gonna smooth this out, and it'll literally look brand new again. It'll look like you have that again. So there you go. And basically, after you're done with this, don't worry about, you know, streaks and lines and stuff like that, because depending on the way your surface is, I mean, sometimes it's cool to have the lines. Like in my situation, you see all these little lines everywhere. You kind of want to make it match like your current wall, but but at the same time, if you have one of those just straight walls and it's just clean, don't worry. Just get your for 2 days, for about 2 days, just let this dry for about 2 days, and then after the third day, just come in here and just get a sandpaper. You can get it at Lowe's as well. Just regular sandpaper. Just come in here and just sand this off. Make it as smooth as you want. And once you smooth out all these rough edges, you'll have a nice, clean cut wall. And then you're able to just, after that, just start painting over it. And make sure you get your color back. And that's how you fix a hole in the wall. Hope you enjoyed this video, and anything I can do to help you guys out, I'll post anything up here.